So hey guys, and welcome. It seems like we are going to be getting another bout of the Korean aspect, and this time it's going to be DOXIC versus NLG. So we are just quickly posting about it on the socials, making sure that we're going to be able to give a little bit of credence, of course, to our players. And in the meantime, I'm making sure my time conversions are correct. I don't think so. I feel like I messed it up just a bit. 2 p.m. GMT plus 8 is 3 hours plus 12, so that's 15. So this is 3 a.m. PDT, right? And then for CEST, when it starts, up to you guys. I'm already. I'm R. Yeah, it's up to you. 7 p.m. is default. Up to you two teams. So it's up to the two teams to actually decide on when it's gonna happen. In the meantime, I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to convert things. 8, 14, 6 hours. So this should be 12 p.m. CEST. So there you go, guys. Just adding on up to our socials. And in the meantime, we're also gonna be looking to edit our information a little quick. Here we go. It's DOXIC versus the side of NLG facing off against one another. It's gonna be very interesting for our upcoming bat, ladies and gents. So here you go, also updating onto the YouTube as well. And in the meantime, gotta refresh. I actually gotta refresh the stream manager. So yeah, our first map is going to be Lijiang Tower. There's a lot of as I said this time, but I'm just basically trying to make sure all our stream titles are correct, and we will have the proper terms and teams we have in our upcoming stream. But that's just not happening. But hey, our first map apparently gonna be Lijiang Tower. We're gonna be getting into the action pretty much underway. It's DOXIC on the blue hand side, NLG on the red, and it's time to get into the action, into the fun, into the fanfare, and into the fray yet again. Loser goes home, winner moves on. We'll see who's gonna take it in this lower bracket round number 2 bout. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we got DOXIC on the blue hand side versus NLG on the red. So fun fact about DOXIC, this squadron is also one of their former trials teams. Basically, their story is they used to be NNTK, but they have rebranded after probably some fallout with management, as NNTC also did rebrand to Urban Stars through. So it goes to show, you know, these sister teams, well, being under a banner, if it doesn't work out, they can make it and find their own home. So in the meantime, it's gonna be a Ryan Orisa right here, right now, for the side of DOXIC. Let's move on into Control Center. Gonna be a very pesky composition to deal with, so strong in CQC. And it's gonna be Uchu King falling on down to the hand of Sunny first and foremost. Mei versus Mei right now. Very interesting way to go about things here on Control Center. So potent with the ice walls, and NLG right now moving on to the point first and foremost. Interesting, the NLG squad, we got Christian, Sunny, Maka, Fiesta, Lutsu, as well as Henry. We were able to see them earlier on Volskaya Industries versus V3 Diablo Death Touch, and now they are going to be exposed yet again on stream versus the side of DOXIC. So NLG with the first capture, they are looking to just hold on to this point, but they are forced out already by the side of DOXIC and Co. Dart right now hopping all around, Ego in the meantime on that Lucio, and X7 on the left hand side holding a flank, but here comes the Amp Matrix set up by Maka. Good ice wall though, courtesy of the Space King himself. Here comes DOXIC right now looking around for a target or two, sees the Zarya bubble right now to try and stay alive, but that is going to be Lutu getting taken down yet again. The Orisa getting back on the board, looking good right now for DOXIC to get this capture. There you go, guys, and yeah, we are gonna be in our matchup already. Pretty interesting. I was just like, hey, we're ready to go, and they were like, sure, let's go. Very excited to get into this one, and I believe DOXIC is one of those teams that really like to not waste time for default. They really want to go for the action as soon as possible, and it feels like they are pretty much a momentum-based team. But here comes the momentum in favor of DOXIC. Camilla gonna let it rip, and that is gonna be the Reaper going down to the hand of Henry. Henry gonna do the same with an old Deck Blossom, and that is just gonna be the Space King buying time with the Ice Wall. Can he get the Blizzard to try and turn things around? Seems like it's not the case, but Platypus, and here comes Ego as well. Speedsters moving over to the objective. They're gonna sacrifice their Reinhardt for a Wrecking Ball instead. And it seems like Platypus gonna get beaten up into the spawn. So overall here for DOXIC, they're gonna try a quick little reset. Platypus back on the Reinhardt. It's okay because he already used the Shatter early on, so it's just gonna be a good way to go about things in the first place. Camellia right now in behind, trying to go for a few snipes here and there. Mako with the burst, and here comes the Blizzard right now. Space King trying to push on forward. Vision gonna get frozen on up. Sandfire to try and go for the save. Fiesta really looking to keep his main sack alive, but it just isn't gonna happen here for NLG, as here comes DOXIC right now, pushing on forward. Beautiful halt, catching out Maka, even looking around in behind, but that's perfect like there from Henry, getting the snipe onto Darts. Even with the Batiste going down though, it's still enough healing courtesy of Ego as well as the self-sustain of the Mei, keeping everything up. And that is DOXIC with the capture on back. I'm just gonna try to write down Space King's real name in quick. It is Uju King Wang Zhang Jie Wo-ni. I'm not gonna say the whole thing. I'm just call him Uju King. I think it's a pretty good place to start off. Platypus right now showing he is not gonna be flat. He is gonna be pretty much all in those dimensions. Gets the fire strike in a vertical line, and that is DOXIC right now with the team kill. Very quickly done here now by our former trial squad, by the former NNTK crew. And DOXIC looking pretty spectacular overall. They lost out to D81 Fortuna though, 3-2. It's very close in their matchup, but unfortunately it was no cigar. Now the Shatter comes, the halt though, not in the proper time, and it seems like the stun doesn't happen. Here we go though with double Death Blossoms after the Blizzard. 2-for-1 trade right now, vision quite low, and this seems like DOXIC just understanding the flow of the fight. Even though they weren't able to get the halt and the Shatter to connect together, you're able to win out in the fight itself with the positioning and 166 to start things off. DOXIC with a proper opening.
Score 1-0. Ready for battle.
So there you go, guys. So we're gonna be moving on to the next map of the Lijiang Tower, and on to Gardens we go. In the meantime though, seems like DOXIC and we're looking to play that dive composition instead. Gonna be a very useful way to actually go about things. Gonna be super potent, especially when you're by that bridgeway. But we'll see how this is gonna pan out here and now for DOXIC and the rest of these teams, as here comes DOXIC with Platypus taking the forefront. In the meantime, Henry actually will be playing that Tracer instead, looking to zip on around as much as possible. In the meantime though, that is Henry getting first blood. Platypus gonna go down. Here comes a leap on in from Vision, getting the Taze on, and NLG looking pretty potent right now on the side. X72 already with the force reset. There we go with a half double Sombras right here right now on both ends. And NLG just demolishing the opposition all throughout. Pretty effective stuff there by the NLG squadron. And they will be able to get the capture. So in this Korean versus Korean bout, it is really a matter of elimination. DOXIC versus NLG. Trying to go the long haul, but it's the only map number 1. And Sunny right now looking to stand a chance, able to hold his ground and get some good old charge before having to relocate. But onto the point goes DOXIC right now, trying to flank with Camellia. Dart in the meantime, popping that coalescence, but Henry is just in his face. Pulse bomb gonna get tossed on out in behind, popping the recall as well. Vision though with the punish, with just a lot of pressure, but he slips on down, forcing him to use the Prime Rage early. Can NLG use this opportunity to their advantage? Seems like it's not the case, because that is just gonna be Uju King again getting on the board. That Tracer right now with a pick up onto the Diva, finding the Winston as well. Vision gonna go down, and next on the list gonna be Fiesta. The Lucio trying to survive, will get halved up. Easy target right now. Camellia making sure that that one is gonna fall on over. There you go. DOXIC all over the objective, all over the points. The mech of the Diva just gonna go on away. And here comes the pulse bomb. But apparently, the red hand side of NLG putting up such long fights that they force things out up to the 59% mark. So it seems like our matchup, our title just doesn't want to update itself no matter what I do. So it is what it is. DOXIC right now gonna be looking to hold into the center and have prime position to get the leap on in against the NLG squadron. It's all about finding their opportunities, and it's all about finding the proper time. And speaking of time, here they come. Camellia with the EMP, gonna be backing on that. Counter EMP though from Sunny, and it's gonna be an opportunity here for NLG. Scratch that though, here comes the Sandfire. Sunny right now getting a hack on the Platypus, and X72 with a self-destruct out in front. DOXIC though, coming on back in full force. They still have the Coalescence in hand, and they are going to be staying by the bridgeway, making sure that they are protected, that they are ready to go into this fight. In the meantime though, self-destruct right now coming online. Into the middle line, will not get much. And this is just DOXIC playing the aggressor yet again. They're not afraid about the bridge, not afraid about getting booped. All they need to be afraid of is the bullets coming their way, courtesy of Henry. Speaking of the leap though, here comes Vision right now. He's close to the primary. Also, I'm gonna get tossed on that, and that's Ujuki getting forward onto one. No way can the Wizard survive in that instance. The pulse bomb making sure of that. DOXIC trying to play two different angles, two different flanks, and cascade into one. They're using both the building as well as the bridgeway to literally collapse on the opposition on the other side. Speed kills, and apparently that's what DOXIC is all about. Trying to find targets. Sees Henry right now out in front. Pulse bomb gonna get tossed on out, and here comes trouble yet again. Sunny though gonna get a tag onto one, and NLG looking for the capture. Good spray courtesy of the Tracer as well as the Diva to prevent the hack to come online. And NLG trying to find a target of opportunity. That's gonna be Ego. He's able to get on out. Vision right now, one on the board. But here for the side of DOXIC, they're close to actually getting the overtime marker. 94% and counting, sacrificing for the greater good. And DOXIC gonna be losing out on the point. NLG takes it back. X72 apparently has some big fans in the chats, and this Diva absolutely sensational. We're gonna be looking for some big bombs or some big DM plays, but he has been proper on the spray so far. Sapphire though from Ego is gonna be a little too late to save Platypus, but here comes Camellia trying to make an opening. Coalescence courtesy of Dart as well, looking for the push on in. Henry right now with so much pressure, and the self-struck ready to go here for Lutsu. He can go for the bomb onto the outside and prevent this push. Oh, he gets a chop onto the pulse bomb, and Maka just able to obliterate the opposition. Sunny even forcing Ego to fall down after the hack, and NLG in prime position to take one back here on Lijiang Tower. Can Platypus get back to the points? Yes, he does. Right now, rampaging as a wild animal does. In behind though, X72 ready with the bomb. He's on to the north-hand side, takes care of Vision first, and Henry potentially next on the list. Bomb though is forced on out. Sandfire gonna be here, forcing out the fade. And oh no, that's gonna be the Diva of Lutu getting caught in the blast ray. Just a little help there from the Tracer as well as Sombra, making sure that that one is gonna go down. Coalescence right now though from Dart, keeping the beam on. And this is looking like DOXIC wants to secure this fight here. And now another EMP from Camellia looking to turn things around. And seems like the purple light warfare has been the deciding factor in this match. Coalescence though, courtesy of Maka, looking to make sure everything is going to be fine and dandy here for NLG, using the healing and the damage to a good degree, but it's really just going to be do or die time here for NLG and the rest of their players. Focus on that now, tossed on that. Seems like Uju King isn't going to be able to get much there, but here comes the cement right now from Henry, as well as the Diva of Roots. Lutsu going to be coming on back. Here comes Platinums right now, going around and around yet again. Gonna see the Diva out in front. There we go with the half though. Ego unable to move too much, and this is looking like to be an absolute sustain and a contest from both sides. How will this pan out though, as DOXIC right now looking to get more and more of the point, and is forced on out yet again. Vision trying to disengage, and it seems like DOXIC gonna get the point on back yet again. Fiesta onto the window, pops the overtime. Can anyone else from the right-hand side get the touch? It's gonna be Henry on that duty. Ego though, with a Sandfire from the side. He doesn't care if he's low on HP. That shield's gonna be so helpful to keep him alive. Mines right now set on up as well. Platypus trying to go for the pile driver. You can hear the beeps, you can hear the pressure. And Vision making sure that there will be a zone of safety here for his squad. But X72 doesn't care, pushing on forward. Good to see the ball yet again. Here comes the Coalescence right now. Maka keeping the beam on. And that is going to be a takedown onto Eagle with a little help there from Sunny. Next on list perhaps is going to be Dart. And absolute chaos onto the objective we go yet again. Uju King though coming on back. Here comes the Coalescence right now. Dart making sure that he will be able to get the Pierce onto those hearts. And the Demon coming that way of Roots. And that is going to be Lutsu getting taken down. Overtime ticks away. And in the end of that long clash, DOXIC will take our first map.
Play of the game.
Play of the game for Darts. The Batiste taking that one in style. But there you go. Victory for DOXIC. Well played by the former Trial Squad, the former Contender Squad, and they are looking to find a way back to where they belong. Lijiang Tower taken by DOXIC, and that was a pretty hotly contested start in our matchup. But hey, DOXIC is able to make it happen. Seems like the Golden Raids are not just an indicator of their prestige, but by also their potential victories. But yeah, control taken by DOXIC. They take it 2-0. It was really close there though on Gardens, but in the end, only one can win on a controlled map. Really goes to show though that last fight, going the long haul, being so much pressure on both sides to try and execute. EMPs were absolutely huge. Hey, I'm not playing, guys. Please, I'm not good enough to play OD playoffs. Come on, I'm washed up. So DOXIC is gonna be waiting on further substitution, and in the meantime, apparently our map for this series is going to be Hollywood next on the list. We haven't seen too much of Hollywood, that's for sure, and we only saw Blizzard World earlier on. It was more or less King's Row as our abode on that hybrid map type. But I digress. There you go, guys, confirming that that is going to be map number 2. Who's going to be on the attack first? It looks like it is going to be NLG on the first onslaught. DOXIC happy to just accept what's coming, and the defense here for DOXIC looking to hold into this upcoming bout. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time for DOXIC versus NLG map number 2. Seems like there's so many Sunny fans on the chat. Like, I know Sunny is like, isn't Sunny like a K-pop name or something like that? I really wish I did know more about the Korean scene, because I'm just unable to really read into like a few of the Korean discords I have because of the language barrier, and it's hard to really follow Korean OD, that's for sure. The only thing I can really get into is Korean Contenders, which is casted by the old school Pacific pair, Mr. Avril and Pixie themselves. So yeah, if you guys do know something about our two teams, I would love to hear a few things in the chats. I've gotten some good reviews from X72, that's for sure. And if you guys can give me more information, it'd be such a good way to disseminate to the rest of the audience, to give a little more background to them. So I'm here to give you guys the action, I'm here to give you guys a fun time. But hey, you know, it's all up to these players to execute. And right now, DOXIC looking to execute with Dart really hiding on the side. Buy grenade, oh no, he's gonna get spotted by the Lucio. Oh, poor Dart. This has to be a rescue situation. Chippendale Rescue Rangers right here, right now, and it's gonna be Coca-Cola actually into the game. So apparently we do get a substitution here for the side of DOXIC. Platinum is gonna be hopping on that for Coca-Cola instead. It might be just basically on the side of what heroes they're comfy with, or what map picks they like in the first place. Anyway though, Coca-Cola staying on the high ground, and it seems like fights ending a lot faster than that one on Lijiang Tower Gardens, that's for sure. Still though, DOXIC is looking to try and take the 2-0 advantage. NLG in the meantime doesn't want to be in such a big hole, and they are transitioning to the high ground to contest the opposition. They are playing the Main Reaper, so they're going to be very strong in CQC. In the meantime, here for the side of DOXIC, they're playing the McCree. So besides the CC of the flashbang, they can utilize the McCree by hanging on back and rotating to the other parts of the point. still though, seems like Uju King gonna get caught with the decision. Henry gonna be able to get that takedown. Maka in the meantime with a coalescence. If I remember correctly on the Wikipedia page, DOXIC has such a big roster of staff and players. Anyway though, Sunny gonna get on the board. That's gonna be a kill on the Coca-Cola. You know, frosted Coca-Cola isn't gonna be bad whatsoever, but hey, not in this scenario. First thing taken already by NLG, looking to really put up a fight against DOXIC. Ice block as well for the Space King, and he is gonna be such a bad god. Uju King though getting chased after by Sunny, and in the end it seems like the sunshine of the star gonna be able to get the kill on this counterpart with a little help, of course, courtesy of Lutsu. Anyway though, we'll see how this is gonna pan out for our defenders as DOXIC gonna be taking that high ground. Dart again into the front lines, but the last time he did this, well, he kinda just blew up in his face. Anyway though, then a boost is available. Here comes Camilla right now, looking to try and find that Deadeye. And on the left hand side, Vision gonna be going for that hug. NLG trying to make sure that they can make it through. Here comes the push on in right now with the payload. Self-destruct gonna get tossed on over, and twin Blizzards are onto the field. Henry as well as the Diva getting back on the board. NLG right now keeping things up. And more kills here for the NLG squadron. Shadow now is available for Vision. Maka and Fiesta ready with the coal, ready with the sand barrier as well. And in the meantime, NLG looking to find their footing out in front. They're already by the dumpster. Gonna be very good chokehold if the side of DOXIC does force it out onto the right door. But hey, they are gonna go onto the opposite end instead. X72 right now with the self-destruct. It's not gonna be enough. The drop one down right now from Carmella. And here goes the sand barrier on the foot. Death Blossom right now keeping Ings through. That's gonna be May and Coca-Cola both getting on the board, and a cleanup courtesy of DOXIC decides to get the push on forward. Things looking really good here for DOXIC after the rotation. They get the team kill with a speedy way to go about things. And this time, Dart's gameplay working out in their favor. It feels like they were a little bit in the hole thanks to the fact that they're Ana getting caught out in pretty bad spots. But now since they work together, they were able to make things happen in the first place. Anyway though, Ego right now pushing the Diva back. And it is going to be Lutsu unable to really step onto that high ground with the sound waves in check. In the meantime though, Camellia going to be coming in behind, and he's up on top of the boxes already. Ice block going to be set on up yet again. Here comes the shots courtesy of the Diva. Sunny right now with a little bit of that freeze action, and Henry getting on the board. Taking care of the Reaper already. NLG right now moving over to the right hand side, but Yacht Orb gonna get tossed on that as well. And here comes the Coalescence. Maka keeping the pressure on. That's gonna be a big beam on the one. The Reinhardt gonna get taken down. Speed kills though. And here goes potentially the Blizzard. No, Henry gonna be able to get the pellets instead. And this Reaper with a potential shutdown. That's gonna be Dark getting taken down. The D-Mech onto X72 gonna be a big deal as well. And NLG will be able to get this second capture. For NLG, seems like their game plan really is getting in the face's opposition. And it really has worked out in many multiple cases. They force the opposition to go onto the low ground. They force the side of DOXIC to play by the payload, and that is where they can really shine. Now sure, the side of DOXIC has really turned this into a mirror matchup, but NLG had this game plan first. It will take a little longer for DOXIC to really shake off what they were trying to do early on with the McCree and the Ana, and instead really put up a brawl against their opponent. But right now, DOXIC has figured things out, and now they are going to drop on down. 2 frags on the board already with the Coalescence to initiate. Dark can be able to get that kill there. 3 frags on the board right here, right now. And Team DOXIC pretty potent into this one. Anyway though, Biotic are being tossed around. Maka gonna be onto the left-hand side. And in the meantime, here we have still the side of NLG trying to make sure that they can have the advantage in terms of positioning. They really want to have a vantage point on the inside just to make sure that they don't get choked out by their opponents. And with the Ryan Shatter as well as the Bomb and the Death Blossom of the Reaper, those are going to be very good components on this upcoming defense. So we'll see how this is going to pan out as here comes Self-Destruct in behind X72. Gonna get a big bomb. Vision gonna get taken down there. Sapphire attack from Evil keeping things up as well in terms of the health department. And all that shielding keeping everyone else alive. Looking good so far right here, right now for DOXIC. They're gonna go on to the outsides yet again. Looking for targets, looking for opportunities, and looking for a few staggers to just drain down the time bank of the opposition. But NLG, staying very patient. They wanna regroup and recoup before anything else happens. Here comes the shadow step right now. Henry immediately into the action. And it's good to see that Reaper go for the Death Blossom from the low. He's gonna be able to get the kill onto Tube. Maka right now with the Coalescence as well. And that drop down there from the Reaper, landing on the ground and then spinning around to get those takedowns, allowing NLG to mop the floor against the opposition. So let's watch that one again, ladies and gents. And look how quickly Henry is just able to execute, taking care of everyone on his side. And that was just the show there for NLG. Anyway though, back to the point we go, and immediately a self-destruct meets us in pitch combat. Blizzard right now though from Sunny, and here comes Camellia, but he doesn't have the Death Blossom. He isn't going to be as imposing as his counterparts. And the payload now being pushed. Good Ice Wall right here right now. Shatter though coming from Coca-Cola. He's trying to make it to the objective. Another Ice Wall this time from Sunny. The payload being contested by the side of DOXIC, but the only one they have left is going to be Camellia, and NLG will finish up the map with 39 seconds to spare.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to be moving into the next parts of this map. It's going to be DOXIC now on the attack and NLG on the defensive end instead. There you go. Here though in the Open Division Pacific, we have a lot of these Korean teams. We have lots of the Japanese and Pacific teams as well. It really goes to show what the scene has really looked like without that region lock.
I can't wait to get into the fight.
Overall though, DOXIC has really shown that they deserve to be in contention, deserve to be in this fight. But right now, they will have a tough task ahead of them. They need to get that full cap to try and force out the second round, to try and win out the map point here and take a potential 2-0 advantage. But NLG just looking nigh unstoppable on many parts of their assault. As soon as the momentum was in their favor, there was just no stopping NLG. It happened every single part of the map. On the first point, they were beaten back just a little bit, but then when they found their fix, they found their opening, they were able to make things happen. Same case. On the second point, they were beaten back by the dumpster, but then, even without taking the high ground, even without caring whatever the opposition was doing, they were able to just outmaneuver and overrun their opposition with just so much damage being dealt by the NLG squadron. Right now though, they are going to be on the defense instead, and here comes the Ice Wall, trying to get into the way. Charges though keeping on coming, and Coca-Cola going to be able to get two. Maka and Vision both going down, and it seems like the Ice Wall there from the side of King just making such a big difference, separating the rest of NLG from those stragglers up on top. And a very quick capture here for the side of DOXIC. They're looking to make things work pretty much instantaneously, and they will be able to do so by the 42-52 second marker. Good start here for DOXIC, as they will have a pretty big time back to work with. To push on through with the payload, and in the meantime, I think it's gonna be Ego throwing out a few of these sonic amplifier shots as much as possible, trying to get the sound barrier. Every little bit counts, and there you go with another solid Ice Wall courtesy of King. He has been very good at actually getting the separation from the front to the back line, finding these holes, finding these openings, and making sure that they will have the numbers advantage. Even right now, as he gets frozen on up, that is just gonna be Sunny unable to secure that kill. And DOXIC looking pretty primed to get this push going. Payload right now looking to just be escorted by DOXIC and the rest of the squad there on the attack. In the meantime though, seems like Vision wanting to brawl against Coca-Cola. It's halfway to the shatter. Self-destructo in behind. Won't get much. Seems like the stuns just weren't in time. And here comes the Blizzard instead. King and Sunny trying to trade some ultimates. Camilla in the meantime with a frag onto one. And that Blossom in behind. Gonna be very scary. We've seen it before. Potentially can do it again. The order right now turns around to try and get on the way. And here comes the spin of Rooney from both. Henry went first. He got the kill onto Eagle, but Camellia able to get to and a Demek to boot. Lots of value right now for DOXIC and their ultimates, and looking very, very potent into this upcoming push. So in this instance, they have a lot of time in the back. 4 minutes on the clock here for the side of DOXIC. And we'll see if they can make things work out in the end. As Reupload right now coming closer and closer to the second point. Self-destruct also that though into the air. Does the shatter actually connect? Seems like it really isn't going to be the case. Coca-Cola frozen up instead. Counter shatter though from Vision. He's going to be able to get 3. The 2 supports and the Bane, both all of them looking to go for the stain. But it just isn't going to happen when you're all stunned up like that. Besides the rally and those Lucio ticks. Perfect shatter from Vision. Able to just stem the tide from the side of DOXIC. A quick little reset on both sides. Anyway though, the action keeping on coming, and NLG looking to try and get the scouting information courtesy of Lutsu. He's just staying on that high ground using the boosters to make sure that they can rotate accordingly, as we do see the side of DOXIC move over to the right hand side instead. But Camilla looking to just surprise with the shotguns. Wants to go for the right eye force and force Vision to turn around, but it just isn't happening because Maka instead with the Coalescence. They don't care about what the Reaper's up to. They can sustain, they can keep things up. And NLG again with a solid defense. So far, so good. And right here, right now, red hand side keeping things up. In the meantime though, Blizzard is available here for DOXIC. And he can actually, for the side of DOXIC rather, and he can actually, here for Ujiking, find his opportunity, especially if the Demek comes. XM82 making some space. Sunny in the meantime on that Mei, and here comes the Ice Walls yet again. Ujiking though will get frozen up. Sunny getting on the board, that's the Mei. Allowing 4 of these kills to happen, and another solid defense for the NLG squadron. By this point in time though, NLG is looking very, very set to try and defend this second point. They are really cycling out their ultimates to a good degree. They are going to have the Death Blossom, the Self-Destruct, and the Shatter yet again for this upcoming fight. And it seems like here for DOXIC, they have run out of steam after their time bank is slowly but surely dwindling on down. Sure though, they will have 4 ultimates, but it really has to be used smart. And DOXIC gonna be rotating on behind yet again. It's time to go for the push. Here we go with the Fire Strike toss on out. And Camellia gonna be floating on away with the Raid One. Henry though, surprising yet again. Gonna be able to get one already. Sound Barrier there from Ego, as well as a Blizzard right now from Ujiking. But it seems like DOXIC not gonna have enough members. But as I say that, Coca-Cola tried to make a play. He goes for the Shatter. And that is the problem if you're gonna go for a heroic action just like that. When you're trying to make things work out of necessity instead of planning. Well, sometimes heroes can turn into zeros, and NLG right now even staggering X72 as much as possible.
60 seconds remaining.
NLG, a solid defense, absolutely ironclad right now. They have just been the sheriff in these parts and making sure that there aren't gonna be any varmints bothering the prairie. But right now, DOXIC, he does have the cloak. He can be the lone gunner, and he can go for the Death Blossom at any point in time. One last clash though here for DOXIC, unless they are really going to be sacrificing their composition just to get the touch. 2 or die time right now for the blue hand side. They need to make it through it. They need to make this count. The Ice Wall up, Camellia. He's trying to find an angle, but he's unable to do so. Right here, right now, then Blossom forced on out to try and get some healing. And that is just a sloppy affair there from the Reaper. Unable to find the opening, unable to find the target of opportunity. And just well played by NLG on this defense. They tear everyone apart, and they make sure that the payload isn't going to be going onto the inside of the space set. Because that is NLG with a map back. We are all tied up, and we are gonna have a proper series.
Play of the game. Double, triple kill. Quadruple kill.
Play of the game goes over to Maka, and that Coalescence 40%. of team damage taken with that healing. The Moira really putting some solid work in the sustain. But there you go, guys. That is game number 2 taken by the NLG squadron. And that is gonna be a 3-1 victory. I remember correctly. Yeah, NLG with a 3-1 win. In the meantime, Hollywood right now taken down by the red hand side. And our next map gonna be an escort map type instead. It is gonna be DOXIC pick. It's gonna be very interesting to see what they are gonna be bringing to the table. Seems like though we are gonna be taking a 5-minute break real quick, courtesy of DOXIC, and we will be right back as soon as NLG says it's a-okay. It seems like it's gonna be, it seems gonna be fine. Both sides aren't really rushing whatsoever, no problem there. And we'll be back with map number 3 very soon. So welcome back, guys, and we are just waiting on for our upcoming map number 3. So both sides taking a quick little break, but in the meantime, it has been a pretty packed it's been a pretty packed day of Overwatch. So still, stream manager doesn't want to let me change things up, but hey, it's their call. And speaking of their call, we are just waiting on the call of these 3 teams to get ready. Seems like though, DOXIC is calling him out, and it's time to get into map number 3. Our next map gonna be Watchpoint Gibraltar, and it hasn't really been the map pick of choice actually in the open division playoffs. Watchpoint Gibraltar, of course, has been an old school, as old school map. It really had multiple avenues of attack and different compositions that can work on it in the first place. But here you go though, quickly with the results of our first 2 maps, and as well as confirming our 3rd map pick. Watchpoint Gibraltar gonna be going our way as Hollywood was taken by NLG there. So looking at who's gonna be starting on what's DOXIC yet again on the defense first, NLG on the attack. Let's get it on, let's get it done. On to map number 3 we go. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and back to our series. We are on DOXIC versus the side of NLG. And it seems like DOXIC gonna be looking to play the dive composition, trying to play that high ground as much as possible. Really about leaping from building, rooftop to rooftop. Honestly, showing who is the king of the concrete jungle. It's always a beautiful time here on Watchpoint Gibraltar. Seeing the sights, the sound, the sun just glowing, glistening. Seeing the flag sway. Hey, we are gonna be getting into the action and getting into our matchup. As looks like the side of DOXIC gonna be taking 2 different flags into this one. But here right now though, it's time to see what NLG is gonna be up to. Vision, go to the high ground, and we'll spot out not just 1, but 2 avenues of attack. They're like, okay, I don't want to get run over from both sides. I ain't gonna cross that intersection whatsoever. For NLG though, they're looking to be pesky, and in the meantime, they have forced the side of DOXIC out onto 1 small plane. Onto the high ground they go. Vision now gonna need the top up along the way. We do have Ego on the Brigitte as Dart is on the Ana. So for DOXIC, they're gonna have a lot of way to really fight against the upcoming dive. All about healing and all about peel. That is gonna be the way of the game here between the Brigitte and the Ana. Still though, it seems like the Brig gonna be backing on out. Here comes the jump right down from Coca-Cola. He does have his targets locked onto Sunny. And even though the sun is just there glistening into the battlefield, still, the soft drink gonna be able to get the takedown onto that Genji. Anyway, good starts right here, right now. Here for DOXIC, they're able to elapse a minute already into that time back. And here comes the Primal Rage, Coca-Cola gonna be trying to get as many punches out as possible. Sees Maka, gonna get all hacked up. And Diana gonna be a target of opportunity, gets that takedown, but wow, Maka, while slipping on down, he's able to basically get the sleep dart on. And in the meantime, here comes a leap already. The Genji of DOXIC trying to find opportunities, and Uju King is close to that blade. But you know what else is gonna be close? Henry going for that EMP, and right here, right now, though, Sunny gonna be able to get that blade on over. Wants to go for Uju King first, but in the meantime, here comes Coca-Cola getting the peel on. And overall, a very exceptional, well done job by Team DOXIC. They found out where Sunny is going, and they found out that Genji is gonna be vulnerable. Here and now for DOXIC, staying onto the high ground. They also still have their own Nano Blade in check, and that is such a good avenue of opportunity and advantage here for Team DOXIC. Uju King is going to show everyone what the Cosmic Space Dive can really do into this one. Waiting on Dart Signal to give him the Nano Boost, hopping around in his sightlines, and there we go, it's time to get it on! He's getting into the backline, and immediately 2 for the price of 1! Takes care of the 2 supports immediately, 3rd kill on the board! Well executed there from Team DOXIC, a far cry from what NLG did earlier on, and that is just a 1-month upship, courtesy of Uju King. Let's watch that one again in a quick little replay. Look how quick he's just able to get the slice and dice on over. Well executed right now by Team DOXIC. As to get back into the fold. It's still gonna be the Genji. EMP though, gonna be coming online. Sandbar gonna be there as well. Camellia though getting on the board. And here comes Coca-Cola right now, hopping on around. Still though, the diva of NLG has that self-destruct. It seems like Butsu gonna be backing on now, trying to go for the peel. It's been a hard-fought battle here for NLG, and they really haven't gotten anything but scars for it. Even though with the Reaper trying to come on up, that's gonna be Ego saying, no, you're not gonna be going up here whatsoever. Overall though, for Team DOXIC, they have really executed onto the game plan well. Eventually though, they will have to give up ground as Coca-Cola is down for the count. Team DOXIC right now staying on the high ground, and it seems like it's their time to shine yet again. Nanoblade one more time into the behind we go. Fiesta gonna get cut up alongside Henry, and smooth as silk. Well executed yet again by Team DOXIC. They see the Reinhardt. That is gonna be Vision going down. Quick little reset right here, right now from Lutsu. But that is just a team kill in favor of Team DOXIC. And the important part right here, right now for this upcoming last clash is how can NLG touch Fiesta trying to get in position. Can anyone actually make it in the first place? Seems like Henry gonna be on that tracer, popping that recall. But using those blicks to get in position. Overtime not ticking away. Can anyone else touch onto the objective? Seems like it's not the case as NLG too far off. And that is just gonna be a full hold here, courtesy of the DOXIC side.
0-0. Switching sides.
DOXIC now on the attack, NLG on that defense. They are going to be looking to make it through and get a pretty easy victory in terms of that scoreline. A full hold, never the easiest thing to do, but you can just able to reap all the rewards when you are able to do so. Honestly, the siren should be flashing right now because it's a big warning for NLG. They have to defend well. They have to put a stop to the opposition, or that is just going to be a free map given to the side of DOXIC. So it seems like they're going to whip something else out, and it's time for the Torbjorn here for Sunny. It's going to be very interesting to see how these turrets are going to be set on up along the way. And the Molten Core is going to be very, very effective if Sunny does actually use it on that low ground. But hey, NLG, they're able to impress on Hollywood, and even though if they lose out here and now, they're gonna have the opportunity to force out a map number 4 regardless. In the meantime though, here for DOXIC, they have the Orisa right here right now, X72, playing the Roadhog, and wow, it's gonna be the Halt Hook actually into the fray. So I see this in early points of Watchpoint Gibraltar, especially the first one. They go for an early halt. If they can get a hook, it's a free pick, and they swap on over back to something like this. So it's a Diva and the Winston instead for DOXIC, playing that dive composition. High ground though, gonna have that Torbjorn turret, and that's gonna be free shots all around. Sunny showing everyone that height is not might, and instead it's ingenuity. Sunny gonna get that kill onto Coca-Cola, but here comes Uju King with a tag on back on the Vision. And it's gonna be difficulty for NLG to stabilize without the Reinhardt, the shield, really keeping him alive in so many situations. Look at this, Uju King is just waking up, and he already has the blade. Half a minute on in, he can go for the cut above. Realizing his Honda though doesn't have the nano boost anytime soon, he might want to whip it out. By this point in time, the payload being pushed already to the end of this current map. Can NLG defend against the Hero Blade? Because here comes DOXIC looking for the cuts. Takes care of Sunny first and foremost. Genji don't get disengaging. And seems like Team DOXIC only able to get one out of that blade on out. Coalesce though still keeping on with the pressure. Maka with a big beam in the middle. And in the end, it's Uju King getting taken down. That's a little bit of a problem without the nano boost, and especially the zoning and the spacing that NLG accumulated on. Good defense there from NLG, realizing the situation, getting away from the Genji in time. Anyway though, here for DOXIC. They are close to that EMP, so it isn't the hardest fought battle in the first place. Making sure those abilities are going to come online. Such a good time turner here for Camellia and the crew. In the meantime, we do see Uju King swap on over to the Reaper instead. A nano boosted Reaper, always so potent in the front lines. Also, potentially, the Reinhardt there for Coca-Cola can be something to rely on. But Sunny is on the low ground. His turret, I believe, is behind him by the forklift. And Sunny is right now close to that Molten Core. Either way, though, this fight is going to end in the next 2 minutes. It really depends, though, on how the entrance points of DOXIC is gonna go on. And there you go. Good start. They're able to get the silence on the 4. Coca-Cola able to take that 2 in behind. And Henry tried to channel Death Blossom, really doesn't pan out, looking really good here for the side of DOXIC. A last-ditch effort courtesy of Fiesta as well as Maka, the Lucio and the Moira looking for the success, and that's just so unfortunate for Sunny. He goes for the Molten Core, but Coca-Cola gives him the solo shatter, and DOXIC with a quick victory here on Gibraltar.
Play of the game.
Play of the game onto that Genji, and not surprising, which one of these Nanoblades though? That's the real question. Oh, it's the first one into the back line, able to get the swipes and an execution by the DOXIC Squadron. 10 nano boost assists, 3 nano boost applied. It really goes to show the worthwhileness of darts in that game. But there you go, guys. That was a very quick affair, and DOXIC with a victory on Watchpoint Gibraltar, taking that one 1-0. And we have seen some teams really struggle on Gib in the first place, especially if they feel like they aren't familiar with the map per se. Maybe that's why also Gibraltar is getting picked up. There are some teams who feel like they have the advantage in terms of the map itself, especially on how to execute that dive really well. And that defense from DOXIC just absolutely imposing, and it was such a different level compared to what NLG brought to the table. So right now it seems like we are going to get another substitution here for DOXIC, as we are going to go into the fourth map, and oh, that's another Korean name. I'm going to have to figure that out real quick, but in the meantime, we're waiting on for our fourth map. That is going to be of the 2 CP variants, and it seems like it is going to be okay, it's gonna be Volskaya Industries. Yeah, we're just getting our stuff ready to go, and 2 CP yet again gonna be unfolding onto the ICIC Siberian Plains. Still though, it's gonna be side of DOXIC defending first. Seems like that is just where they want to stay. In the meantime, here for NLG, gonna be going on the attack. We saw them win out on Volskaya earlier on. Will they be able to do so again? That's going to be the real question. But here we go, guys. Here's our map results as well as our upcoming map. Volskaya Industries is going to be coming our way. Gibraltar taken there by DOXIC 1-0. And this is map number 4 out of 5. If DOXIC takes this, they will move on to the next round in the lower bracket. If not, they will be forced to play a map number 5 against NLG. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, and DOXIC gonna be moving on over in terms of those players yet again. This time though, I believe I'm correct with this one. This is I'm working hard, or oh, really long names here for the side of DOXIC, but let's write it down. Got Yul Sim He Hago Iseo. I'm not okay. Let's just call him Yul Sim. I'll try, guys. I'll try again. Yeah, I've been to Korea once in my life. It was very cold. It was a time where it was very cold. I didn't get to go to Lotte World, which made me sad. I had some Korean ice cream all day and Korean barbecue and all that. It was fun. It was fun enough in that aspect. It was very cold. That's what I remember from it. Didn't really get to pick up the language though. I really get more Korean characters casting OD over anything else. But hey, that's all about me, and let's talk about these 2 teams instead. Team DOXIC playing that high ground Orisa, Coca-Cola looking to defend that one. So we do have a Zenyatta, and that is going to be Yul Simhee trying to make sure that he can get the damage done. Double sniper with the Zen Batiste approach, basically for DOXIC. They are going to be looking for frags, and more frags as much as possible. Crossfire is the name of the game between Camellia as well as Uju King. And right now, shots connecting, Vision unable to do anything about it, and will be taken down pretty quickly. Anyway though, for Team DOXIC, looking good so far. The Hanzo getting on the board as well. And you can really see the potency for DOXIC. If you spot out anyone out of cover, well, that is just going to be fair game for them to get those kills. Seems like for the side of NLG, they're a little lost on what to do due to the pressure being applied by DOXIC. But they will go for the regroup. Inverside right now, popped by Camellia. Looking for the rotation, looking for a proper snipe perhaps. Sees the Sombra coming, but he's invisible. And it's just gonna be a little too difficult with that speed online. The Eraser though, out into the fray. And Coca-Cola gonna make it happen, but oh, it's gonna be a boop there! Courtesy of Lutsu! And the Diva making the opening here and now. That has to be play of the game, so we'll be able to see that later on in full. But in the end, that's NLG getting a pretty simple capture. Opportunity, my name is Roots. And that is just gonna be that one where we'll be able to see that we turn around and everyone has disappeared in behind. Team NLG finding that one out. And that is gonna be a successful way for NLG to force out the second points. When push comes to shove them even further. We'll be able to see that one later for sure. There's no way an environmental triple kill is not gonna be play of the game. But hey, we've seen different things in the Pochi system in Overwatch, as well as the Open Division. Speaking of something different though, here comes the EMP as well as the bomb. Coca-Cola unable to sustain and survive. And an easy takedown there onto the Orisa. Right here, right now though, Maha with the Coalescence and NLG has opened up a path for them with just one quick shove. The boosters, those thrusters, apparently the biggest weapon the Diva can use. Ego trying to survive, hopping up on top. And that is gonna be the season going down yet again. Supercharger set on up by Coca-Cola. Here we go right now with Doja King trying to get damage done. In behind though, it's still Vision onto the objective. And NLG all over the point already. This dive composition working on that really well. Ampage right now though from Ego. It's an EMP onto 6 opportunity though for DOXIC. But no, they're unable to get the touch. Coca-Cola too late to spill onto the points. And a little bit of bubbly DOXIC will be giving that one up pretty easily.
0-2. Switching sides.
Swapping some sides right here right now. And DOXIC gonna be on the attack. It looks so solid for them at the very starts. It looks so prim and proper with the double barrier. But then, literally just behind the Orisa, who was just bullying that Winston, it was just a quick little shove into the icy waters. And really, this ramp, this walkway, not safe whatsoever. You gotta put some girders on that. Someone's gonna sue, that's for sure. As we are gonna be getting now into DOXIC's attack. The defense though of NLG, they have to be feeling happy about that one. Every single time, you know, like a plan isn't really working, but then you just find such a big opportunity, and when it's out, you're just like, okay, we'll take it. I'm good with that. And that has to be NLG right now, especially with Lutsu getting that triple. Absolute MVP right now for this team. Because it seems like NLG didn't have the proper form to really face off against the Zen Baptiste in the first place, against the double sniper. They tried to come on as one, but their Winston away taking way too much damage. And it really felt like it was such a do or die moment there for NLG that turned into more of a funny instead as soon as the triple boop happened. And they are going to be happy about that one. It's basically a free capture onto Duke points, and this gives them a big chance to actually make it to a map number 5. Still though, DOXIC has shown that they do have NLG's number in a few different aspects, the Widowmaker being one of them. Camellia with a tag onto Henry Sunny in the meantime though, infiltrating. Coca-Cola gonna go down. Far Mercy right here right now for Team DOXIC, making it rain some rockets from above. And in the meantime, Soldier 76 of Henry coming on back. That's a little bit of that speed going in favor of the side of NLG. And one hack, and we might see a little shade of the previous round. Now I'm just keeping an eye on anyone staking by the river. And oh, Sunny! Sunny was so close to falling into the kill zone, but he brings along the Farah and the Mercy to their demise. Eagle's like, okay, I'm out. I'm not gonna be without a Farah here. And NLG, they may not won the series as of yet, but they have won my heart with the cold river. Team NLG putting on a show and showing everyone how it's done to have fun in the OD playoffs. Anyway though, by this point in time, it's Camellia still looking pretty potent with Widowmaker. We'll see though how this is gonna pan out, as potentially onto the high ground, Camellia can go on. DOXIC though, looking for angles, looking for opportunities. Still a Farah here and now. And you can really see that King is playing it safe onto the left-hand side instead. He doesn't want to play against that Sombra whatsoever. That's even worse than getting bullied by the D.Va. But honestly, if NLG realizes that Navara is just there on the right-hand side and sends Lutsu over, it's going to be a proper opportunity for them to just go for the 1-for-2 trade. Anyway though, the Ana right now of Yusimi gonna have that Nana boost available, and Team DOXIC moving on to the point already. Here comes the leap on in, no vision, trying to fight that Widowmaker, but it seems like they're gonna need that Winston in behind. Coca-Cola finds out Maka will get that takedown. Seems like it's time for the Primal. Sunny though with the EMP, only going to get that 2 into the front line, and NLG having a very scattered defense by this point in time. Coca-Cola even gets the poop onto that baby D.Va. Onto the point we go. DOXIC pretty much securing this fight by this point. There is no real way that NLG can contest. But yet again, NLG with their antics, allowing them a better stance into this one. Gonna be having a pretty significant advantage actually coming into this second point, because it is very close in terms of that time back. 4:18 on the clock. And oh, Coca-Cola, this guy knows where the spies are. But yeah, as I say that, Sunny gonna be draining some time, and happy to report that he is still within the mark of fast spawn. So basically guys, if you don't realize that happens, once the opposing team gets your first point in 2 CP, you are gonna only have a 2-second spawn time for around 10 or so seconds as soon as you die. So you know, it's a really good way to go for a reset to make sure that everyone is back into form very quickly. A good change, honestly, trying to make 2 CP better to play in. But you know what is gonna be best to see is this rocket barrage, but never mind. Again, the D.Va with the bully. That's just gonna be Lutsu coming on in with one more flight of the Valkyrie. Speaking of the Valkyrie though, Ego gonna let it rip, and here comes King making it rain. Still the self-destruct with the takedown onto the Pharah. And it seems like the D.Va is just having the Pharah's number all throughout. A natural counter and basically some really good efforts courtesy of Lutsu. NLG right now looking to defend, already draining down the time back of DOXIC. The Ana as well as the Mercy gets bullied into the corner, into the storage closet. Do your body parts go. And Team NLG with a proper defense into this one. So no snowball, no steamroll. DOXIC is gonna have to do this the hard way. If they're unable to do so, well, we are gonna be going over to map number 5. So, still DOXIC having a decent time back. Not the worst, not the best, but still enough to try and make a plan happen. Camellia infiltrating right now in behind. Gets the hack on. He has the EMP already. Sunny right now trying to go for the counter hack, but forces Translocate on instead. Still, Camellia doesn't mind. He does have the EMP. All he needs to do right now is get in position to let it rain. And it's gonna be a purple pop into this one. To the high ground he goes. Leap on in right now. The Ana though, giving the Nana boost onto the Winston. And it seems like it's an EMP onto the support line. Counter EMP right now. Only gonna get Coca-Cola on both sides. Not really getting too much value out of their Sombra ultimate. Still though, it's enough for NLG to have the advantage. Just run down the opposition. X72 though, good chase down from the D.Va overall. But beyond that, that's all DOXIC has to bank on as the reset comes. I feel like I don't agree with the EMP in behind. It seems like it just wasn't gonna be as potent as possible. And I feel like for Camellia, he was expecting someone to really play the peel, but Vision was like, you got this guys. You can take care of the backline yourselves, and went for the front with the Nana boost instead. That's a lot of trust again. Like I said, NLG, they have a lot of trust with each other, especially after all of their antics. And Vision as well as the support line are like, okay sure, just get the trade and we will be cool. Anyway though, back into the fight we go. Team NLG getting the saves on. Here comes the side of DOXIC trying to really fight on the high ground, but it feels like it's just such a desperate endeavor in the first place. Anyway though, still about damage right here right now. Self-destruct in the middle. Coca-Cola gonna be hopping out of that one. Beautiful bubble actually here for DOXIC, but unfortunately it's still NLG's point to shine on. Stick right now on the Vision. He's just gonna take his demise courtesy of King. But DOXIC is running out of time. Even if they're able to get the point, it seems like it's only gonna be an NLG offensive unless something drastic happens. NLG just needs to make sure that they are safe and sound, and they will be able to, at the very least, force this as an overtime situation. 35 seconds to go though, and this has to be the Camellia show. If the EMP is huge, if the EMP gets the value that they're looking for, well, That is going to be the big danger here for Team DOXIC. But Henry right now, throwing over with that Pulse Bomb. Camellia, staying in behind. Almost. Oh, does get touched! He gets touched by the Lucio! Force to translocate on the way! And a very awkward onslaught here and now for DOXIC. They don't really get the initiation that they're looking for. Coca-Cola with the deep on in. EMP right now only gonna catch out Vision. And that is just completely forced out. NLG looking to just run rampant. Double Sandbars are there though. And a good one courtesy of Ego. Overtime though ticking away. And NLG looking to secure a date with Destiny for a map number 5. It might be a 2-2 scenario as the overtime gonna be burning on down. Here comes the Doofus, down he goes. Oh, Winston can't make it, and NLG brings it back. We are gonna go into a decider. Where's my play of the game? Where is my play of the game? There it is! There it is. It's Roots noticing the boop, and that is it. That is the game-winning play. If you guys need tips and tricks to climb up playing Volskaya Industries, look no further than this Red Diva, because that is how you make such a big play happen. But all jokes aside on that impact, 70% on kill participation. Roots really doing such an exceptional job there on the side of NLG for Volskaya Industries, and he really was a big reason why they took that map. Anyway though, we'll quickly quit our scoreline. That was a 2-1 victory in favor of NLG. And we are gonna go to a map number 5, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a control map coming our way, and the real question is, what is that one gonna be? But kudos to NLG really putting on a show against DOXIC. And it seems like there are just some times where DOXIC runs out of a little bit of steam. So another swap right here right now. Dart gonna come on back, as well as Platypus. And map number 5 looking to be Oasis. It's this one. We thought earlier on we were gonna get Oasis. Seems like now it's finally time to see this map in its full glory. We are gonna be getting ready to go for our upcoming deciding map. Whoever takes Oasis will take the series, move on to the next round in the lower bracket. Who loses though, gonna be eliminated. But here you go guys, this is our map results so far. Lijiang Tower, won by DOXIC. Hollywood taken by NLG. Gibraltar, easily won by DOXIC. Volskaya Industries, in a way, easily won by NLG. And now, it's time for Oasis, but looking at the history right now, DOXIC taking a 2-0 on Lijiang Tower might not be the most confident thing right here right now for the side of, for the side of NLG. But hey, if someone's gonna be able to shake it off, it is gonna be that squadron looking to make things happen. It's gonna be our last map for this series. And we'll see how this is gonna unfold in the loser bracket, round number 2 of Open Division Pacific. It's time to get into another one of these clashes. So welcome ladies and gentlemen, into Oasis we go. DOXIC on the left. After multiple substitutions, gonna be going on back with pretty much their initial starting point roster. In the meantime for NLG, hey, they had pretty much the same core all throughout. And Vision Sunny Maka Fiesta alongside Lutsu as well as Henry, looking to make an impact into the scene. It's a matter of redemption versus potential, that's for sure. DOXIC trying to come on back. NLG looking to make it through. And so far, it seems like their upcoming matchup, whoever wins this, will face off against Team TP on the last round for the day. We'll be seeing if we can actually get any broadcast going in terms of permissions, but for DOXIC, it's time for them to go for that high ground. They are going to be playing that Reinhardt with the Diva. Going to be a pretty effective way to contest both high and low. DMEC though already connecting onto Lutsu. This time, he's not going to be able to make any cheeky poops whatsoever. But hey, it's the mate of DOXIC right now staying in behind. It's going to be Uju King trying to keep things up. Platypus though with a few hammer swings here and there. And DOXIC with the initial capture. Good way so far here for DOXIC. They get their starting points strong. And the initial capture usually on control maps are the ones who win things out. Now Ego feels like he's touched that Sombra, looking around, but they're unable to get the catch on. Sunny right now, sleuthing around, trying to find a clue or two. And here for Team NLG, using that information to a good degree. But as I say that, it's Uju King immediately getting a headshot on Henry. That Tracer easily dying to the hand of the Icicle. One through the eye, gonna be way too painful. And it seems like Team DOXIC going for as much damage as possible. Onto the corner we go. Here comes the hack right now, X72, potentially the target. And there we go with the book courtesy of Fiesta and Vision. They find the opportunity there, and Vision having such a big impact with a primal range, 2-3 frags on the board. It's a jungle out there, and this is gonna be the Apex Predator into that one. Team NLG gets the flip on back. It has been a huge matchup between these two teams from the Korean scene. And hey, here in the OD Pacific, it's what we expect already. We started things off strong today with a solid battle between two SEA squadrons. And we move on over to some of the rest of the brackets. And we go for NLG. They are gonna pop that EMP. Able to get 3. That rhymes, and I'm not gonna have time for that one anymore, because Ego goes for the sound barrier instead. Blizzard right now onto the floor. Team DOXIC playing as aggressive as possible. Lucio moving around the map, trying to hug onto the side, but in behind, it's Henry providing some pressure. Team NLG by this point in time onto the corner. Fiesta in the meantime with a takedown onto 1. And here for NLG, it really seems like it's all about being as wily as possible. They're using their Sombra, their Wits, their Diva, and their Lucio, honestly, to divide so much attention. Henry as well on that Tracer, looking to force out any 1v1 scenarios. And here for NLG, they have the advantage yet again. They have the points, they have the kills in their favor, and it seems like they are going to get the progress ticking on away all throughout.
I'm on fire.
Anyway though, for Team DOXIC, there'll be a swap here and now. Camellia moving on around. And we'll see how oh, look at that! The two Sombras actually touch! It really goes to show though, here the playoffs of the Pacific scene, it really is who deserves to be at the top part of the bracket. Camellia right now, just obliterating Sunny with all of that damage in the first place. Here we go though. Camellia gonna be hopping on out Mach in the meantime with that Coalescence for Team NLG. It's 2 frags on the board. Sound barrier though in response. EMP right here, right now. And Translocate on we go yet again. At the heart, at the core of the opposition. NLG finding the proper silence on. And you can really hear the lack of ability is absolutely deafening for the side of DOXIC. Because NLG doing it onto the points. 99-44 gets the team kill, and that is their garden to grow on.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
NLG 1 map away from victory. NLG 1 map away for a date against TP. And NLG looking to surprise everyone. A lot of NLG fans actually in the chat, and I feel like their support is really reaching on to the squadron. Seems like the sun might shine another day here for the NLG squadron, and here they come yet again. Right hand side, looking to go for the push, looking to get on through. And in the meantime, here for the blue hand side of DOXIC, they'll be running on over, hopping around, and looking to get to the other side. So right here, right now for Team DOXIC, staying on to the right, we'll get Ice Walled away. Sunny already imposing whatever flow he wants for his team. But unfortunately, seems like the other door is wide open and it's Platypus right now, making everyone more of a flat foot over him. Team DOXIC using this Reinhardt to a good degree, and I'm seeing Platypus really impress in many CQC situations. This looks like just one more of them. We're pretty potent on University. It's time to hit the books, and it's time for DOXIC to get this capture on. So in this instance, it's all about Team DOXIC. They were able to get the first capture yet again, but earlier on Gardens, they gave it up, and they were unable to come on back at any points. Still though, it seems like here for DOXIC, they are going to be playing NLG's game. They are playing the Moira though over the Ana, so it's going to be a pretty big difference between the Nano Boost and the Coalescence. We'll see though how this is going to pan out as DOXIC is staying in the high ground due to the fact that they do have the healing sniper. But I feel like Platinum was making a mistake there, just blocking Dart too much. Unable to get the heal onto X72, but at the heal though, connecting onto the Reinhardt, can Vision survive as the Coalescence comes. Sleep Dart not going to happen, and again, the Boop Master himself, that is going to be Lutu making that one happen. On to the point we go again as NLG gets the capture. Ego though with a boop onto one. Fiesta doing the same as Dart will reset. So right here right now for Team DOXIC, they are on a ticking time bomb. They are on a timer, and they are looking to try and get this point back. They have to make sure that they get the objective, or that is going to be their hopes and dreams dashed in an instant. Anyway though, there go with the shots already. The Reaper in behind, gonna be looking to make it through. Here go with the Blizzard though, DOXIC. Gonna be throwing out that Blizzard, and a self-destruct in again. Sound barrier right here, right now. Sunny gonna be able to get that kill. Vision though on the board, and here comes Death Blossom in behind. Henry with 2 frags on the board. X72 gonna get teamed along the way, and in the meantime, it's Ego hopping around onto the corner. Henry gonna get the frag on. NLG right here, right now. And be looking for more and more of these targets. And X72 even gonna get staggered along the way. They have the Coalescence, they have the self-destruct as well. And it seems like it has been a sun really shining on down for NLG. Still the Bomb, Shatter, Coalescence, all tools that the red-hand side can utilize in this regard. Vision gonna be out in front yet again. Shallow step though, and that is so dangerous here for Henry. Can he survive? He gets Ice Wall away. For Team NLG, they've worked together to crack on down with the Ice Wall. And here comes trouble. My name is DOXIC. Ice Wall though yet again. Sunny now separating the opposition. Camellia unable to survive. Twin Coalescences. Platypus gonna get the stun on the one, and that is gonna be Vision needing some glasses into that one. Dart now with attack on the board. He's on the Moira instead, and he went for the counter call. You can see how quick though that Moiras can get the charge, especially at the highest tiers. And right now for Team DOXIC, they need to go for the top up as much as possible. X72 with attack on the one. This time Dart can't make any mistakes with that healing because no one's in the way. Everyone he's spreading on with some love and butter. Gonna get topped up, and as overtime ticks on away, it's DOXIC right now going for the capture. They will get it. 43% against just a hanging wire that has their name on it. Do or die time, that's for sure. And this is just about doing or dying. It's literally the last piece of the puzzle here for NLG. And DOXIC is the one trying to hide it away, running around with it, making sure that they're unable to complete the puzzle that they're trying to create. But here comes the Blizzard right now. Self-destruct in front from X72. That Blossom gonna get 1-1 for the trade so far between our 2 Reapers. And on to the inside we go. It's time to see what Ujiking is up to. He's gonna enable his team to just get 3 frags on the board. Camellia is just holding that forward, pushing on back. And he's gonna get triples abound. DOXIC now securing potentially this point, but it won't harm NLG whatsoever to try one last time. World economy does not carry over onto maps, that's already pretty obvious. And they do have the 1 map advantage already, so they can try, they can just go for it, they can YOLO and decide to get onto the objective. Overtime though, ticking on the way. Soundbite right now from Team DOXIC. They have to execute, and they do so with a Shatter connecting onto Henry as well as back. And 2 back on the board. But Vision, he's trying to turn things around, and that's a huge one here from the Reinhardt. Turnabout is fair play. NLG just cleaving on forward, but Ego will get the Soundwave instead. Anyone's game right here, right now. Action on all fronts. Good Soundwave there, courtesy of Fiesta instead, booping everyone to the right-hand side. But Sunny gonna get caught on the corner instead. Now it's time for the clutch. Can the Brute make it happen? No, it's not gonna work out, because that is Ujiking putting up the Ice Wall to protect himself. Wrecking Balls though, back into the fold, and here comes the Coalescences. We saw a huge fight earlier on Lijiang Tower. Gardens going the long haul. Will we see the same here on University? Seems like though this time that it is just DOXIC securing the fight even more so, and that is just gonna be the Diva D-Mech into the hold. Victory goes over to DOXIC in this round, and now it's time for the absolute decider.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Here we go though, ladies and gentlemen, and Team DOXIC They'll be looking to make things happen and try to come back to the trial system. If they lose this though, they are gonna have to climb all the way back from open division. In the meantime, here for NLG, it'd be so sweet to find a little more footing to try and go for that run. Neither side though not gonna get seared whatsoever, even if they win things out. It really feels like this is such a tight game, but here in the lower brackets, it's all about elimination. It's all about trying to survive, trying to make it through to the next match. It's a far cry honestly for the upper bracket where you have that, you know, you have more security, you have more of the calm, cooled, collected nature of the game. But when you get all the way down here in the elimination zone, you can really see every single team fighting for their lives. Anyway though, it's gonna be all about the Winstons and the Divas yet again. It's been a big matchup so far between Vision as well as Platypus and X72 as well as Lu2. As here comes X72 right now going out in front trying to get some DPS on. Seems like Camellia don't making a mistake, gonna drop on down, probably gets spooked around. And Sunny looks to be cheeky all the way as well. Coming in from spawn though, Mako gonna get a frag onto one. Team DOXIC playing the zone, making sure that no one can really get any proper top up. And Maka hounded so heavily by Platypus, but the pulse bomb there from Henry looking to turn things around in terms of that DPS department. Still though, both sides trading kills, two Winstons brawling yet again, and right now Vision is so close to the Primal Rage, but he can't get it because it's Platypus having the Fist of Fury a little earlier on Team DOXIC with the initial capture. The level of competition here between these two teams are absolutely so close, and it is an absolute pleasure to see such a tight matchup unfold in front of us. But anyway, right here, right now, it's Platypus staying on the high ground. Dart in the meantime as well as Ego. Both ready with their ultimates. And here comes the EMP. Sunny gonna be translocating on the way. Vision in the meantime with its Haze on. It's an easy pretty kill there. Onto the Moira. Hack though, courtesy Camilla. Ego right now with Sandbar onto 3. Only gonna get half of his team, not everyone in sight lines. It's really just the pesky nature of Sunny to begin with. Focus fire right now onto Camellia in behind though. That's gonna be the Blood Blaster courtesy of the Baby Diva. You can see the DPS department though in favor of NLG right now. And they get frags on the board. Fiesta gonna be bringing on the Mariachi band. That's a 3 for 4 in the Lucio, maybe even 4 if my count was correct. But hey, most of these kills finished off by Fiesta doing such a good job finding the frags. And it's all about movement right here, right now. Team NLG with the flip on back. Team NLG gets the point back. Now it's time for the side of DOXIC to try and get it again. 47% to 15 and counting. NLG going to that high ground. Sunny in the meantime though, trying to find a little bit of that EMP progress. And oh, Camellia cannot translocate whatsoever. Lucky though for Camellia, still on that high ground. Popping that EMP right now, gonna get Sue. Silencing Fiesta as well, and I like the approach there from Camellia. She's not gonna hit too much for the EMP, but this time there's no pesky sound barrier to go for the save, and the result is successful. DOXIC right now with the advantage, tracking onto the Tracer, hacking immediately, turns around, and gets the silence onto the Speedster. No way he can flow through time in this one. Team DOXIC gets the point on back. Just a little bit though, never mind, as Fiesta hops on over it. Now we can call it, they get it back.
Beacon in place.
Ending at 47% as well. This really goes to show how close this can be. And oh, Uchiking trying to play it cheeky, trying to find the blinks into the backline to get a pulse bomb stick, but he slides off to the wrong side instead. Still though for DOXIC, they're gonna be happy that they do have vent back control, but as I say that, Sunny with the EMP gonna catch out 4 huge pickoffs already on Dart and Platypus. And X72, unable to get anything done, will get hacked up instead, will get taken down. Sand barrier right here, right now from Fiesta, allowing NLG to mop the floor against the opposition pretty cleanly. Shouldn't be any more frags here, and now from DOXIC, NLG is just mopping on up, making sure that they can get this capture, but at the same time, might be a leak here from Platypus. Timing is everything, and Team DOXIC is buying time as much as possible, 92% and counting. That's a pretty good standard if they want to secure the victory. So anyway though, here for DOXIC, moving over to the left-hand side. The EP now is available for Camellia. Platypus in the meantime, ready with a Primal Rage as well. X72 though, bomb is available, and DOXIC moving around the map vision right now with the D.Va, as well as Henry's Tracer having their ultimates to go. But the EMP right now gonna be connecting on the 4. Pamela gonna be backing on out. Platypus right now sees the baby D.Va, and that is gonna be the roots nipped in the bud immediately. Sambar though from Ego, and Team DOXIC, they just need to get this fight to secure this point. Henry though with the pulse bomb is all up to Vision right here, right now with the Prime Rage. He's hopping around the map as much as possible. X72 though back into the fold and has the bomb available. Team DOXIC right here, right now, cascading on the objective. NLG will disengage, but they are so close to try and jump on in yet again. One last chance here, and now here comes the D.Va, and it's time for overtime. One clash to rule them all, one clash to bind them, and Lutsu gonna throw that self-destruct on out. EMP not gonna get much. Counter self-destruct though, and it will catch out the D.Va out of her mech. Camellia gonna get to Team DOXIC, absolutely destroying NLG at the tail end, and it seems like fireworks are in display, not for the NLG side, but DOXIC with the hack takes care of Sunny and Fiesta, and victory goes over to the DOXIC squad. They win out the series 3-2 in the closest of close affairs. GG, well played to all, and there you go, some sportsmanship on the side of the two teams. Good luck to Team DOXIC as they move on forward to the next round. And hey, that is just a victory that DOXIC really needed to try and come on back to their objective. And that has been an amazing series between DOXIC as well as LLG. Looking at that map score though real quick, that is a victory there for the DOXIC squad. They take that one out 2-1 in the closest of all close affairs, and it really could have gone either way. But it seems like on that last few fights, it was NLG unable to really get their combos to work. It was an instance where they had the EMP bomb as a plan, but they couldn't execute on it. They had the proper formation, they didn't have the proper spots, and DOXIC playing that really smart. There were some big EMPs as well up in the air, catching out targets of opportunity that allowed DOXIC to really have the point back earlier on, and that just allowed them to sustain. It was really smart though for NLG to hang on back. They had a little time to give, and since their team was back, they didn't need to be desperate, really giving us a final showdown to begin with. But overall though, I feel like for NLG, the Gibraltar map really costing them a chance in this series. If they were able to really put up a fight there, it could have been even closer, because as we said before, the history of Lijiang Tower put DOXIC a little bit of the advantage in terms of that map sites. And there you go. They were so dominant though on Hollywood, they're so dominant on Volskaya Industries, especially after the huge groups there, courtesy of Lutsu. And even though this is going to be heartbreaking for NLG fans on the chat, well, they have sure to have made you proud. They have been sure to give you such a fun show overall. Solid fanfare there. And that is gonna be another one of our series down the drain. Now, this is the part where we are unsure if we are gonna have a next cast or not. We will be depending on the bracket for that. And in the meantime, guys, please stay tuned. We'll have an announcement later on into the nights if we are going to have one more match tonight, or we will be moving on to broadcast tomorrow at 2 p.m. So guys, just a quick little FYI, day 2 will start at the same time. That's 2 p.m. GMT plus 8, 3 p.m. KST, and about, I think, 11 p.m. the previous day in West Coast time. So yeah, it's been such a fun day so far, and hopefully we can get another one very soon. Till then though, I've been Daks. I'll see you guys in a bit for an announcement or two, and we will be back for hopefully another iteration, another round of the Overwatch Open Division.